Chosen one, if you're listening to this message today, understand that it's not by accident. Life has aligned circumstances for you to hear these words at this exact moment, and their relevance to your journey is not a coincidence. You are entering a crucial chapter, one that demands your full awareness and focus. This isn't just another message. It's an awakening to a deeper reality, a call to recognize the internal and external shifts unfolding in your life. What's coming may test your resilience, but it will also confirm your strength. For many who walk a spiritual path, there's a moment when challenges become more frequent, and their intensity grows. You may wonder why. The answer lies in the fact that spiritual clarity often attracts resistance. This isn't a punishment. It's an indication of purpose. When you are chosen, you are naturally more in tune with energy, both divine and deceptive. The resistance you experience isn't just circumstantial. It's a sign that your presence disrupts systems that thrive on confusion, fear, and manipulation. It's important to understand, spiritual warfare isn't loud or dramatic, it's often quiet, subtle, and persistent. It appears in the form of doubt, unnecessary conflict, distractions, or people who seem to oppose you for no clear reason. These are not coincidences. These are indicators that your light, your clarity, and your inner alignment are recognized, not just by those who support you, but also by those who feel threatened by you. There's a fundamental principle at work in the universe: balance. Every action creates an effect. Those who have tried to mislead you, manipulate your journey, or create disruptions in your life are not exempt from this law. Karma is not about revenge. It's about equilibrium. Actions, both positive and negative, carry consequences. If you've been wronged, betrayed, or spoken against, know that resolution is already in motion. It doesn't come on your timeline, but it arrives precisely when it's meant to. It's unnecessary to track their consequences or hope to see them unfold. Instead, shift your focus back to your path. The more you grow, the more distant those energies become. Have you ever noticed that simply showing up, calm, focused, and authentic, triggers discomfort in others? It's not arrogance. It's your energy. Your alignment with your higher self naturally challenges people who are out of sync with themselves. This is why some may try to undermine your confidence, question your direction, or redirect your purpose. But this isn't about you personally. It's about the internal conflicts they project outward. It's helpful to view this with empathy, not judgment. They are not your enemies. They are mirrors, revealing how much healing the world still needs. And your role isn't to change them, but to remain grounded in your purpose despite their reactions. In spiritual terms, many speak of manipulative forces, sometimes described metaphorically as the Jezebel SP. If you've encountered individuals who use charm to get close, only to later cause confusion or emotional instability, you're not imagining it. This is a pattern of energy attempting to draw you away from your clarity. Awareness is your best defense. When you recognize these behaviors early, you can step back without confrontation. You protect your peace not by fighting these forces, but by refusing to entertain them. Growth is not just about learning. It's also about protection. As your understanding of yourself and your spiritual path deepens, your ability to discern intention strengthens. You begin to see people and circumstances as they truly are, not as you wish them to be. With this clarity comes peace. And that peace acts as a shield. It doesn't mean your path becomes easy, but it does become more focused. You waste less time on distractions and become less affected by noise around you. Every level of spiritual maturity creates a new layer of resilience. Where you once reacted, you now reflect. Where you once doubted, you now discern. Not every challenge is avoidable, and not every person in your life is meant to stay. As you elevate, some will fall away. Some will become uncomfortable. Some may even attempt to block your progress, whether consciously or not. But their attempts cannot undo what is divinely set in motion. Toxicity may create interference, but it cannot dismantle purpose. The key is not to engage with these energies. Let their presence remind you of how far you've come, not how much they've disrupted. Your attention is your power, choose where to direct it wisely. One of the most important lessons for any chosen one is understanding when it's time to release. Whether it's relationships, expectations, or habits, letting go isn't about loss. It's about alignment. You are not abandoning your past. You are making space for your future. Growth often requires separation, not from people in anger, but from patterns that no longer serve your evolution. Letting go doesn't make you cold. It makes you clear. It invites peace, order, and deeper connection with those who resonate with your current path. As you continue walking your path, remember that one of the most valuable strengths you can cultivate is patience. In a world driven by speed and instant outcomes, the ability to wait with intention is a rare spiritual asset. Patience isn't passive, it's active trust. It's knowing that even when you can't see results, the universe is aligning everything in the background. For the chosen one, patience is more than a virtue, it's a form of mastery. It reflects your understanding that divine timing always surpasses human timelines. When you're patient, you begin to recognize that what's for you will never pass you by. You no longer chase. You align. And in that alignment, peace replaces anxiety. There are moments when you may feel isolated, misunderstood, or even abandoned. But rest assured, you are not walking this path alone. Spiritual support, whether you refer to it as divine guidance, intuition, angels, or energy, is real, and it's always around you. You may see repeating numbers, have dreams that feel unusually vivid, or sense intuitive nudges that lead you in a specific direction. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations. The universe speaks in signs, small moments of clarity that guide your next steps. Pay attention to the patterns. The more you notice, the more you'll see. The more you trust, the more you'll receive. Your journey is supported, even in silence. Forgiveness isn't about saying that what happened to you was okay. It's about refusing to carry it with you into your future. When you choose to forgive, you're not letting someone else off the hook. You're setting yourself free. Resentment chains you to the past. Forgiveness unbinds you. It clears the emotional clutter and allows peace to take its place. The path of the chosen one requires a light spirit. And you cannot rise with emotional weight dragging behind you. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because your peace is too valuable to sacrifice. Spiritual growth often means releasing what you've outgrown. That could mean friendships that no longer feel aligned, routines that drain your energy, or even environments that stunt your progress. It's never easy. Humans are creatures of habit, and familiarity brings comfort. But the chosen one is called to move, to evolve, to expand. Letting go is not abandonment, it's evolution. When you release what is no longer meant for you, you don't create emptiness. You make room for new alignment. What's meant for your next chapter won't fit in the framework of your past. When others attack, manipulate, or gossip, your natural instinct may be to respond in kind. But elevation requires discipline. Revenge is a lower frequency. It distracts you from your path. The universe handles energy with more precision than you ever could. When someone wrongs you, allow karma to do its work. You don't need to prove anything. Your success, your consistency, your peace, that's the most profound response. Live in such a way that your very presence is the answer to every question, and your growth is the closure no words could ever provide. You may encounter individuals who drain, distract, or discourage you. Some may do it intentionally, others unconsciously. But one thing remains true, no one has the power to derail your purpose unless you give them access. Protect your peace like a sacred resource. Guard your time, your energy, and your thoughts. You don't need to confront every attack. Sometimes, silence is your strongest move. Distance is your best protection. Peace is your most powerful weapon. And with each toxic encounter you rise above, you affirm your growth and move closer to your next breakthrough. Inside you is a power you may not have fully tapped into yet, a resilient, wise, and focused warrior that emerges during adversity. This part of you isn't aggressive. It's not about dominance. It's about discipline, discernment, and drive. It's what helps you continue when motivation fades. It's what makes you show up even when you're weary. It's what keeps your vision alive when distractions multiply. The awakening of this warrior is not a loud event, it's quiet strength. It's the unshakable peace that says, I know who I am and why I'm here. Being chosen isn't about superiority. It's about responsibility. It's about recognizing that your life, your healing, your actions, your presence, has a ripple effect beyond what you can see. Every decision you make in alignment with your higher self becomes a seed for transformation. In your family. In your community. In those silently watching you. You are not here to impress. You're here to impact. You don't have to shout your value. You simply have to live it. As this chapter of your journey continues, keep these truths close. You are supported, even in silence. You are protected, even in uncertainty. You are rising, even when it feels like you're being tested. This is not the end of your struggle. But it is the beginning of your strength. Let your life be the proof that light always overcomes darkness, and that those who remain true to themselves will always find their way, even through the fog.